I'm Mr. Natural, the newbie with the doobie with too much time on his hands, and I'm getting high playing video games. Oh, wait a minute. That's my other channel. I'm This Old Stoner, and this is Game Therapy. I'm supposed to be getting preloaded, and this thing should start here in just a few minutes if it hadn't started already. Hang in there. This is what is this? Oh yeah, it's a gaming stream for non-gamers. And what I'm trying to do here is trying to make some short content that is interesting, that is worth watching over again in the future. But I want to keep it short, about an hour. And tonight I'm playing Bloodborne because that's the PlayStation Plus free game this week. I gotta see if I can't get the chat coming up. Let me ask you guys while I'm looking for the chat, if you would rather see the little chat thing up in here like I did on my Share Factory editing, or if I should do my games where it's just this big screen. I know that supposedly the chat's going to be saved. I'm not sure how that's going to work. And, you know, this is just my, what would you call it? This is my attempt at coming up with some content that is, and make libraries with crap. You know, that's what I'm doing. I'm throwing crap at the wall. I saw a bunch of numbers pop up there. Oh, got to make sure. Oh, good. My microphone's on. Hey, Cool 2D, sweet. I was hoping you were going to do that. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be doing Share Factory on Saturday, but I've been thinking about that a lot. Megan, love you, gal. How you doing? I missed that. I saw a stream of Dean earlier. I missed the stream, and there was like no real playback. It was weird the way chat works too, because it was like the chat was still sitting there and I can post in it. Even this chat, just from my little notification earlier. But anyway, what I was trying to say is this is my game stream for non-gamers and gamers alike, I hope. I'm not a super fantastic gamer, but I'm not a bad gamer either. But this particular game right here, I think, is a masterpiece. It is just awesome. And it's also the very first game that I ever bought. I did a digital pre-order on this. The first game I ever did, and this was it. And you can get it free. Yeah. Oh, man, this game is amazing. I mean, yeah, I thought it was kind of weird that I'm calling this Game Therapy, and this is kind of like a gothic horror. And the gamers know this is like the Bloodborne, the Dark Souls like. It's made by the same people, and it's a PlayStation exclusive. But I tell you what, this thing is a masterpiece. It's very, very hard. It's punishing. And this is the game that got me hooked on, what would you call it? Hey, Deadhead, this is the game that got me hooked on, it's a pretty big download. And I'd say everybody, if you have PlayStation Plus, every month, just go and just click all the free games and put them in your library. You don't have to download them, just put them in your library. You'll be glad you did. I know there's a lot of garbage in there, but there's some good stuff now. And a lot of, there's free stuff. The whole background and musical score of Confessions of a Superhero is from that Form 8 from a couple of months ago. The little puzzle game. It was just dumb luck the way that all just worked out. Anyway, let me get back to the game in case there's someone that wants to see how this game actually works. I'm just going to go with the new game right off the bat. And oh, it's purple. I see purple hearts in there. Oh, for a second there, I thought purple and blue are in here. They might show up. Hey, Dad, D4. I saw you earlier somewhere. You're brand new. That was cool. I thought you were in. Maybe it was Flower Nose's chat. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, this story is creepy, weird, and the way that this company, From Software is the name of the company, the way that they make their games, it has like this weird story that is just like disjointed and disconnected, so you don't really know what the hell is going on. Oh, by the way, on my other channel, I have my very first playthrough with this. I did not know how to equip a weapon. I did not, the play style is really different from anything else. Well, of course, you know who I'm going to be. I'm either going to be this old stoner or Mr. Natural. Let me be, hopefully, will it remember? Oh, it doesn't remember me. So I'll just be, should I be this old stoner? Yeah, I'll be this old stoner. Old stoner? Yeah, I'll be old stoner. And now, this game is really punishing. This game, I never really knew what the word masochist meant until I played this game. Now, creating your character is really awesome. But, okay, so I'm just going to be old. Well, actually, I've already got all my shit. I always choose lone survivor, and the reason why is because if you see down there the second item there called Blood Echoes, that's actually your money. And since I start with 420 Blood Echoes, I was like, all right, I fucking love this game, and I do. And then the appearance, you can just go ape shit creating your character. So I basically created all sorts of different phases of myself. And now this one here is just hilarious. I just love this guy. But always when I get too far in there, I start going like, oh, I shouldn't have been. That's just too. So I'm going to go with this guy because I kind of identify with the way this guy looks. I mean, I wish I looked as good as that, right? If you're going to go fantasy, just go all the way. And that's, oh, well, maybe that's kind of how I imagine myself. And let's just go for it. And this story is creepy. Now, I could just skip through this. Oh, and any gamers, if you want to see how to do this fast, a really good gamers, I've watched people speedrun this. I think they can beat every single boss in this game. From the beginning to the end. They just skip through all the cutscenes and loading screens and all that kind of crap. And they can do it in less than 2 hours. I think the record is like an hour and 10 minutes or something. I know I did see one guy when I was really into this. He put up a challenge of how many hunters can you kill in the length of time that you could do a PlayStation video. Because this is a PlayStation exclusive. The graphics in this are fantastic. The story, I mean, it's so beautiful. But the way they design their games is just punishing and weird and crazy. And I don't look at clues until I'm just like until I'm ready to give up. Some games I'll just give up and never come back. And I would say most people give up on this game just because it's just so punishing and difficult. But it's kind of a gothic horror. But what I finally realized with this game when I fell in love with it is that basically it's Castlevania on steroids. Did anybody ever play Castlevania on the NES? I mean, as far as my gaming goes, I was NES, and then I was lost in computers for years and years and years. And then when I quit smoking, I bought myself a PlayStation 3 and got off the computer until I was finally done smoking. Whereas now, I'm sitting in front of two computers and a PlayStation 3. No, a PlayStation 4. So that's the game basically. And this is where it starts. It's just all that creepy stuff. Oh no, it's almost, oh, that's okay. I don't want to be on the network connection anyway. I just want to be streaming to you guys. What did it just do to me? It just did something crazy. Am I still streaming? Good, I'm still streaming. It looks like it started me over. Okay, I want to play offline. Because when you're playing online, the online is really, really strange. Sometimes it will really, I just want to continue. Okay, I don't want to play online while I'm streaming this to you guys. Maybe next week. If you guys like this, and if you're watching this on a playback and you like it, please leave a comment in here and let me know. I'm trying to make these interesting for playback. It's basically a game stream for non-gamers. Now, the first time I did this, I did not know all about the dodging and everything. And this game, that's all what it's all about. I did not know. I must have played for 2 hours before I even knew how to access my inventory. Or anything, really. When you first get on here, I mean, mess around with this and figure out how to do this. And when I first played this, I spent tons of time creating my character. You saw all those different faces I made. So the very first thing I do when I get on here is take off my damn stuff, because after watching this and playing this game and seeing people do speed runs and stuff, your armor and your weapons and shit don't mean shit. The only thing that you got to do in this game is dodge shit. Now, if you want to see where to go and what to do, I can show that to you, because I know how to run through this shit. There's tons of cool shit. I mean, the first time I came down here, I didn't even know. I was going like, okay, I don't have a weapon. How do I attack stuff? And that was before I knew that you use your trigger buttons. I was always used to using that square button. I kept doing this. I just kept going, what the fuck? What's going on here? I kept hitting the square button because that's attack. There was nothing that said, do you want to do the tutorial? Do you want to do this? It doesn't tell you jack shit. Okay, what's this? View notes. Okay, so that's what these are. So basically, you'll see this shit all over the place. And since I'm offline, those will actually tell you something about the game. Okay, attack, R1. But I'm not going to bore you with that shit. Let's just get into the game. So I'm coming around here. I've played millions of games. I've been playing games forever. I go, okay, there's got to be a weapon laying around here. There's not shit laying around here. You walk up or you do anything. I've got one video. I think I have a video where I karate chopped this guy to death on my other channel. Because I didn't know how. I was like, what the fuck? And you know, when I finally realized that that's how you attack, I went, okay. And then when I realized that you would target him, I go, oh, he's almost dead. Well, don't believe that for a second, man. That guy's going to fuck you up. But you can run past him. You hold the O button and you can run. And you can run past him. Just come up here, open the door. He'll chase after you. If he's right on your ass, just dodge. Because actually dodging, whenever you're dodging, it's like the first 3 or 4 frames of a dodge and the last 3 or 4 frames of a dodge, you're invincible. Let's see, is he going to follow me all the way down here? Fucker, he usually doesn't follow me all the way down there. And then I call these, what do I call these? I call these Groundhog Day games. Because everything is always in the exact same place. And everything always does exactly the same thing. And all you gotta do is just dodge them. Just avoid them and, you know, just avoid them and run right on past them. I mean, eventually, the one thing about it, just learning it all on your own, and see these things right here, it doesn't tell you what the fuck these things are. These things are lamps. You light these things, and these things take you to a place called 100 Trees. And see, I'm in the middle of my animation, so that guy don't hurt you at all. You can just get right around of him. See? And then now, this is the hub. Typically, you die. You walk down there and you look at that wolf, and that wolf kills your ass. And you wake up here. And the story just gets weirder and weirder, but the graphics and the music are just super fantastic. And if you can get over, and like I'm saying, this is where I got addicted to, I call these adrenaline games, and I also call it adrenaline games. And it's like, you come to this place. What the fuck is this place? It's this big graveyard, and it's called Hunter's Dream. What the fuck? And, well, you can look at stuff. Oh, it's a doll. A doll. Well, there's a whole story around this crazy thing. You want to know a little bit about the crazy? There's guys that have whole websites dedicated to the history. So this is where you get your weapons. If you're a new player, take the axe. The axe is by far the best weapon to learn this game with. And most difficult games have what they call a glitch weapon. Some people call them a glitch weapon. Now, the pistol right away, if you're playing other games, you think, all right, a pistol, I can kill stuff from range. No, the only thing that this pistol does is stun shit. There's this really cool mechanic that you have to learn that is kind of difficult. But once you learn it, oh man, you feel so satisfied. It's awesome. And then this, it says a gift from the messengers. What's that? Well, it's a notebook. And if you're playing live, you can leave notes. And if you leave a note and someone gives you a favorable rating on your note, and you're online when you get a favorable rating, it totally restores their hit points. So there will be some places, if you're playing this, it's like a giant puzzle. And this is where the story starts, and it's kind of crazy. I probably should have left the subtitles on. I usually take the subtitles off of games like this because I like to make videos of them. So, for example, that first little beginning of there, if you wanted to practice making videos with Share Factory, just start this game up, do that one little part out there, cut that out, and make yourself a 1 or 2 minute video that is just the intro. Some of my most viewed videos are just little intros like that I made when I was experimenting on how to play games. Oh, and so like all games, you know, you got this place, you got places to do your weapons, you got weird little clues here, and like I told you, this game is just crazy. Once you get towards the end, all these little graves open up custom dungeons and stuff. They're like endless dungeons that you can play, and then all these little tombstones head back to the places that you've been, and then here. Here you can buy stuff, and the money that you use in this game is called blood echoes, and you can purchase items and sell items. Typically I don't buy or sell anything. I just don't. These games, it's kind of, I mean, sometimes it's fun to do it, but I'll tell you what, you don't need to buy or sell anything. You can do the whole game in just what you got, and I've seen people do the whole game just stripping down to nothing. But this game is so beautiful and interesting. Equipping your weapons is different. You have to hit the pad here in the center. One side of the pad brings up something called personal effects, and then the other side of the pad brings up this thing called, these are your gestures. You can do all sorts of things with these. And actually, there may be some parts of this game that you have to do gestures. Oh, yeah, maybe that's Dark Souls. I don't know. I've never quite got them. There's actually, there's some way. I never really got it down. You can just kind of hold a button and get some of those gestures going. But sometimes if you're too excited and you do that, let me just start up there where the game started originally. Because there's a spot on here that I never even knew. Hey, Musky Hands, what's up? This is Bloodborne. This is my game therapy stream. I'm just talking about games and why I love them. And if you love games too, or even if you don't love games, you know, a lot of it just has to do with game design. And really, some of the best games that I've ever played are on the NES. The very first, what were they, 8-bit? Yeah, the 8-bit games. Some of the original 8-bit games are some of the best games ever created. Now, this door, I did not know that you could come back to and talk to somebody. So, if you're going to download this game free, once you get back to this spot,
then I'm very sorry.
Come back here and talk up here.
This door.
I mean, if you go all the way into the game, there's some really crazy shit that happens on the other side of that door later on. But for now, she just says some shit, and you're like going, "What the fuck is going on?" And it's like some sort of weird gothic thing going on. So, do I have my weapons equipped? Oh no, I don't. Let me show you. You got to equip your weapons. This is weird. So here are my weapons. So you can have 2 weapons equipped. So this is my right hand weapon 1, and if you hit R2, I think, yeah, there's weapon 2. I don't have another weapon, but you can buy, and I could, as you find weapons, you can then buy them. So in that fountain, you can only buy stuff that you found. And then there's my blunderbuss. So basically, one of those guns that you get is like a pistol that shoots a piece of lead. It does a little bit of damage, but if you get into the minutia of the game, I think there's an endless number of levels you can go, but you can beat the game, you know, at a very, very low level. You don't have to focus on leveling up. You have to focus on attack. And then you can kind of go through, if you keep hitting R2, you'll go through all the stuff. So there's all my weapons and all my armor by using R2. And that's all this stuff here. And then you have these items. Do I have anything yet? No, I have a hunter's mark and a notebook. The notebook, if you're going to put it anywhere, you put it here. To put it on a personal effect, there's all sorts of really cool shit you get in the game that you don't want to have on all these fast items. And your weapons are cool. They have some really unique weapons in here. They have like transformative weapons. Now, the axe, you can't use your gun and the transformed weapon at the same time. But this axe, you can charge it up and do massive damage. And if you're a beginner, that's what you want to do. You'll pretty much just rely on this massive axe until you get your shit together and figure out what's going on. So there's that guy we saw. This is one guy that you kill him once, he never comes back. Most of the guys in the game will always come back every time the level reloads. But they're always in the same spot and do the exact same thing. Oh, look, I still have my 420 blood lives, or blood souls, or whatever they call them in this game. Charge it up. Got a little bit of a snag in him. Did it get him enough? See the little green bar underneath my red bar health? That's my stamina. That's what this game is all about. Whoa, 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 did I die? Ah! That happens a lot. That happens a lot. When I first got this game, and before they fixed it, it had really, really horrible, horrible loading times. Hey, D1 Gray, what's up? This is my gaming stream for non-gamers. I don't know if it's going to take over, but I'm trying to make it so that there's some replay value in it. And now, you saw I had my 420 Blood Echoes. That's what they call them in this. I didn't ever play Dark Souls until after I played this game. And actually, I couldn't beat this game until I played Old Dark Souls. Once I played Old Dark Souls, I came back to this, and I got it. Old Dark Souls is even more punishing than this one is. But this one is so much more fun and creative. And it's werewolves. And, you know, this gothic horror is really cool. So that's where I died. And this says acquired blood echoes. So every time you die, one time you'll be able to pick up your blood echoes, which is your money. See, I'm back up to 420 blood echoes, which is what they gave me to start with, which is what you use to buy stuff with and level up. But you can't level up in this game until you either see a boss or gain some sort of insight. Now, further on in the game, and actually there's one place that I know of that you can get insight before you actually see a boss. But I'm just going to show you a quick way to get to a boss so you can farm the lower areas and gain levels. Because that's one thing that's really awesome about the design is just the way it's put together. It's just like a big maze, like Castlevania or any good game is you'll have this big huge maze, and then it has like shortcuts, and you discover the shortcuts so you can get right to a boss, you know, because these bosses are horrible. But once you know the shortcuts, you can get to them real fast. You can pretty much just run to the boss to fight him. And the beauty of the levels is that you want to explore the levels to find all the items that are scattered throughout the levels. And the levels are only there once. Once you pick up an item, it's never there again. So I'm going to go ahead and kill this guy. So I want to try and do it that way. I'll just try and not be fancy. Because you have combos. And see how my green came back? Now I can charge up. And he should be dead. You see how for a second my health went down? And it was there for a while. If you can actually get some more hits in on him, your health will come back. If you can get more hits on him before that little bar goes down. So, uh-oh, there I am trying to... So if you press, oh, I have no health. The little vial up there, so I'm gonna pick up all the stuff that was on the way. Those little vials will restore some health. What do you press? You press square? No, I press triangle. Triangle uses the health bar. And it's beautiful. Halfway through the game, this gate, you can open this gate. Well, like I told you, you go back up there, it's really cool. And the sky changes. I mean, it's just such a beautiful view. And the sounds and the soundtrack is just amazing. Okay, so I want to kill all this stuff. I'll show you how this gun works. Well, let's see if I can get the gun to work the way it's supposed to. And they call this, it's called a visceral attack. So basically, you have to just, you know, wait till this guy's about to attack and shoot him, and then you stick his fist in his chest and do massive damage. If you can ever get that move down, everything's super easy. But you'll always know everything's in the same place. Kill everything the same way. Practice your attack. If you want to pick up stuff, there's some Molotov cocktails here. But like I said, the Molotov cocktails don't come back. You pick those up, there's no more there. Now you can buy them with the blood echoes and stuff. And like I picked up some more blood vials. You know, the ladder's still here. Let's see if I get to scream when I'm coming up. Well, I guess the stream only happens the first time. But yeah, the first time you go up that ladder, there's that blood-curdling scream. And I played this game, I think, the whole time through before I realized there was a guy behind this window. Just the design of this, just the immersion is crazy. But you can tell if there's someone to talk to because there'll be a light next to it. Typically, if there's a light, like that little lamp next to something, there's something in there. And once again, this guy has all kinds of creepy stuff to say.
You must be a hunter, and not one from around here either.
Trippy
I'm
story.
Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it.
Yeah, I don't know how many people will enjoy this. I don't know if I should do this
well, I don't think
Thursday or not.
To,
I said on my ad I was going to.
Help if there's anything that can be done.
But this is the PlayStation Plus game.
This time
for any of you PlayStation Plus players.
Whatever your
if any of you guys have made it this far in the playback, please leave a comment because I want to know what kind of stuff I can do. He's got some more stuff to say, but I just want to show anybody that is actually watching this for to see the first boss and how to level up and that crazy shit with the doll. I mean, how far am I into this so far? Let me see how long. I don't want it to be more than an hour. And if I can, I'm halfway in. Okay, I'm halfway into this. So let me go get to that first boss. I'm just gonna haul ass to the first boss. Oh, somebody just said something. Let me see. Oh, hey, Carpet Python. Yeah, the whole first part of this. I'm trying to make something that might be worth watching later on. I don't know if it will be or not, but I'm trying to make it be a game stream for non-gamers to just kind of let you know why I think this particular game is a masterpiece. And then, because, you know, a real gamers, if there's any real gamer that is watching right now and wants to see how to beat every single boss, just Google it. There's guys that can do every boss in this game in like an hour and a half. So I just want to show you why this game is just amazing. The game design and everything. I mean, I've actually done a tiny little bit of game design. But see this body here? He gives you pebbles. And you're going to go like, what? Pebbles? Well, in the beginning, it took me a long time. So you come down here, you put a pebble in there. Oh yeah, I got Molotov cocktails. If you hit R2, it puts me into the second quick item slot. So see there, my little quick items, I got pebbles and Molotov cocktails. I'm glad that happened. There was something really cool I wanted. Oh, maybe for the second boss. If anybody is really interested in seeing the second half of this, I'm going to see if I can't go down and beat the first boss, because he is he's what got me addicted to what I was calling adrenaline rush game. And this is the sort of thing I was talking about that makes it a Groundhog Day. See the guy standing over there? He always does the exact same thing. But the game is just like so intense, and after I mean, by the time I got to I died. I can't tell you how many times I died trying to figure out how to play this game. And it's all muscle memory. My muscle memory is all to that other thing. Oh, if you saw the other one, I finally beat that guy. I finally beat the last Guardian. Not the last Guardian, the final. And I said I was going to record it, but the cutscenes are so long that the cutscene alone is like 45 minutes. I did manage to capture most of the cutscenes. And like, I mean, I've been beat by this guy so many times that I know how to beat him real easily. And it's really satisfying when you've been messed up so much by these guys to be able to beat them easy. But rather than me ramble like this, anybody gamer that wants to, oh yeah, I want to get to this boss real fast. So you just hold O and you start running. keep an eye on your stamina bar, that green bar. And I've been through here so many times. I know where to go. I know what's in front of me. I know what's behind me. I know what's around the next corner. I know where something's going to jump out. I know the best way to just kind of avoid these guys. I know what shit is good to pick up too, which is I know what guys I don't want to fuck with. I want to make sure heal. Got a little bit of healing. Run through here. And they won't follow me past here. But that area right there, oh man, that area back there is so intense. The first time you go through there, you have to use every little piece of strategy you've ever learned in every game that you've done to, you know, divide and conquer, basically. Find all the safe spots, make sure you watch your back. And the one thing about this game is that it's constantly trying to screw with you big time. And see, here's another one of these doors. I can't remember. I just know that a lot of times when I was out here, I was frantic. And this is creepy. I just got to show you anybody that's actually in the stream this.
Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. Oh, you poor, poor thing.
So yeah, you're kind of like going, oh, this is the night. So basically, you just have to piece this whole damn story together. It's this gothic horror story. And basically, if you think about Castlevania, that's kind of what it is. And all these people that are like possessed and stuff. It's a trip. But I remember, I don't know, I had something chasing me up here one time. I don't know how many times it took. I mean, there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff over there. Lots of secrets. Maybe next time I'll show you this, because I've done a lot of babbling just about the game, if anybody's really in it. So let me show you a shortcut to open the shortcut to the boss. To any of these bosses. Oh, I went the wrong way. That's just, I mean, there's all sorts of really cool shit down there too. I want to pick this thing up. I still can't level up though. Uh-oh. These guys, don't fuck with these guys. Good. I mean, I kind of flounder, and basically any sort of enemy out here, if you can isolate them so that you don't got more than one, because man, they pop up. This game is all about jump scares and shit. And I've been around here long enough now. Right here, there's two ways you can go. I don't know if you saw how I went, but if you can get past that big old giant bonfire, if you play this game, you'll remember that bonfire, I swear. But if you can get past that big old giant bonfire, and you can get over to this building, you can get to the first boss. I will show you how to open up this shortcut. Now, I know there's a guy in here standing right to the left, and I don't have a torch. Let me heal myself, just so I don't die. I know there's a guy standing right over here to the left. And he's gonna come after me. See if I can open this door. And then I know there's a guy standing at the top of these stairs. Let's see if I can, okay, yeah, I was able to do that trick move. That trick move is so fun if you can pull it off. See, no, let me just get rid of him. Oh, I can get to the first boss. I gotta open up another shortcut to get to the second boss. And I still don't have any insight, so I can't level up. I can't level up until I at least see one of these bosses. See that little icon up on the right? See where it says the 1001? Now, I could go back to Hunter's Dream, but and spend money. I could go back to Hunter's Dream and spend money. Should I do that? Oh yeah, I think I'm going to go back to Hunter's Dream and spend all my money, because Hunter's Dream is really beautiful. And anybody that wants to make videos using Share Factory, I'm doing Share Factory tutorials on Saturday nights for a half an hour. You can use this game right here. I mean, this has all kinds of cool cutscenes that you could use. I mean, even this. I mean, can't you imagine this right here? Let's see, can I duck? Let's see, I could probably find some place where I can kind of hide my character here. Can I duck with this? I don't think I can duck. No? No, there is... Oh, I can sit down. That's what I can do. Let me see if I can sit down. Let me sit down, and I bet I could make a fucking... Oh, yeah. I can use this... Let me use this emote. There we go. See, I just started a little recording. I'm going to record this for, let's say, 2 minutes. Anybody out there got a timer? Tell me when 2 minutes has passed. And I'll turn this into a One Note Wonder promo. Hey! Hey, you're hanging out? Hey, Benny! Awesome! Awesome. Oh, while I'm sitting here recording myself some background shit for One Note Wonder, how do I do this? Oh, cool, cool. Let me do this. I just love what you do. I've seen a few people do this. Let me see. Let me check. And I love it. I love this. This is the only way to do this sort of thing. Okay, are you still here? Don't matter. That's cool too, because I can do this even when someone's not here. I'm not. Oh, cool. I'm gonna add you as a moderator. I mean, if you like what I do, that you'll be back. Oh, Dad too. I'm gonna have to add Dad. Let me add Dad. There we go. And I think I have my PlayStation. I better have my PlayStation set up so that my voice isn't coming through on the recording. I don't know if you saw it. I set this to auto record. If you're on a PlayStation and you want to record your games and shit for backgrounds or whatever, I mean, for years, people have just been using video games as their backgrounds. I can't tell you how many successful, and if I had my camera on, which you see my face plenty, I'm doing the air quote thing, but forgot what I was going to say. Oh, wow, I didn't even get reloaded this stream either. I usually get reloaded about halfway through. That's probably been 2 minutes. That'll probably be good. Let me just go, I started a video. I mean, I've got mine set up for 15 minutes. Go down to your settings on your PlayStation. You can set it up where you can take screenshots. I've got mine set on quick screenshot, I think. So I can just tap it once and it makes a screenshot, and I can double tap it and it starts recording. I only do that if I want to start at a particular place so that I can find it. And if I don't want to have some 15-minute video, I have to scrub through to find something I can use. So this has been plenty long enough. I mean, if I have to, so I just saved that clip. That'll be a good background, and the music has like this really nice melancholy. I've been thinking, I mean, there's some spirit channels. I mean, I'd never really even heard of a spirit box until just recently. So anyway, while I'm gabbing, let me show you this first bad guy. The first big bad guy. I didn't practice this guy. I walked up to him and he handed me my ass, but if you just see him, see, that's the thing. The whole beginning part of this game has a really, really tough learning curve, I will say. And most people get frustrated and throw it down. But once I realized, I mean, I've done a little bit of programming. I mean, really rudimentary programming. Every time I wanted to learn a programming language, I made a game. I mean, because, you know, say hello or hello world, which every single tutorial starts with, is boring. So I just run through there and find little things and find out what that stuff did. So, well, let me not fuck around with this guy. Did you see that? He did hit me, but I managed to get enough hits back on him that I gained my health back. And I don't have a torch. I know about all the guys here. There's some cool secrets here, but I'm just going to run past everything because that's how all the speedrunners do. I mean, that's how, that, you know, when I saw people speedrun in these games, I was like, oh, so I don't have to fight this. And this is the first boss. This is where you fight the first boss. And this is where I got addicted to adrenaline rushes. First time I got to this guy, I was like, what the hell do I do? It was before I knew about that the whole secret to these games is to dodge. And stamina. Uh-oh. I got myself blocked up into a corner. And that was the other thing. It was like the targeting in this game is really rough. I mean, I ended up just running back and forth in the camera on this. I was just like, oh, son of a bitch. Oh, good, I have Molotov cocktails here. And what I was saying, all the stuff that you find, oh, let me go ahead and heal up. I'm just trying to decide. Oh, I don't think, I'm going to have to, so this is why I say, there's all sorts of really cool moves that you can do with this, but the only one that you really need to know is the R1 and the R2 power-up. And maintain your stamina. Maintain your stamina and make sure that, you know, you can move out of the way. Uh-oh. Let me target this guy. The targeting is really tough with this guy. Uh-oh, I missed. Damn! That should have hit him. Did you see that? That went right through him. I just wasted 2 Molotov cocktails, and I don't get those back. Okay, he didn't like that. I better give myself some room. My heart's starting to beat. Oh, well, I hope it was beaten before this. Did I get it? Did I do any damage? I did 57 damage. It's not too good. It's not good enough. I'm not. How you like that? How you like that? I keep trying to power up. I should quit trying to do fancy shit. Just focus on my dodging and getting in from behind as best as I can. Figure out what he's doing. He's got one big old hand there. I remember sometimes, if you time your dodging just right. Oh, that. Oh! But, see, the irony of this right here. You saw how I died, but I lost all of my, what do you call it? Oh, well, see, I died, and you're going to die a lot now. And I hadn't practiced. I mean, one thing that I really like about this game, once I beat it, I mean, I put tons and tons of hours. And like all games, of course, speedrunners do really weird stuff. To this doll, but remember at the beginning of this, she's a doll. And see now, see over there on the right where I have 0 blood echoes, but I have 1 insight? Well, once you get 1 insight, she comes alive, I guess you would say.
Hello, good hunter.
Which is really kind of creepy.
I am a doll.
And there's a whole story about her. I mean, this
Honorable
story...
hunter,
I mean, I got
pursue
really
the
into this
echoes
game.
of
This
blood.
game has all sorts of crazy lore
And I will
crazy
channel them into
theories.
your strength.
I even have a big old
You will hand
hardback book of
and
this
I will be
and the
here for you
expansion.
to embolden your sickly spirit.
So it's like now, and I don't know, I bought this book to see if I could figure out what the fuck they're talking about in this. Oh, excuse my language, I'm sorry, but that's the way I talk. Anyway, but so this is where you can, this is where you can finally level up. But see, I don't have any. Let's see if I picked up anything along the way.
Now shut your
Oh, I told you about this. I can sell stuff, so you can sell stuff over here and get echoes. But like I told you before, oh, I think did I pick up some, I think I may have picked up something. Let's see if I picked up anything. Oh man, figuring out where your inventory is. Here's my inventory. Did I pick up anything? Oh yeah, look. I did not know what this stuff was forever. I did not know what this stuff was until the end of the game. And I had crap tons of this shit. If I didn't know what something was, and when you try to figure out what it is, it just has all this cryptic stuff. And I didn't know what I didn't know what it took me a while to figure out what was going on. And I didn't know if I wanted to use it. But just to show you, how close am I to the end of the stream? 51 minutes. Just to show you what you do with this stuff. You use it. Look, now I have 350. So that's what that stuff is for. If you think you need to buy something. And the insight builds up too. Oh yeah, and there's something else here. Accept gift from the messenger. So basically what I got right there is a thing called a beckoning bell and a thing called a silencing blank. And what these things do is the beckoning bell will summon someone into your game. There's a whole networking thing in here. Multiplayer is weird. You can do multiplayer co-op. But, is that in this game? Silencing blank, basically that sends somebody home. I can't remember if it's this game or Dark Souls, but probably, and what's this? Consume insight and ring the old hunter bell to enlist the cooperation of old hunters. Oh, what this is the DLC. So what the DLC will do, see how I have one insight? I can use that one insight and summon an NPC in here to help me. And some of them are cool, some of them are not so cool. But you'll have to have the old hunters, and you have to find a place where you can summon them. They only pop up. If you ever play this, you'll see. So, and now he probably has more shit to say.
This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh.
Anyway,
We don't have as many.
He shows up over and over. I'm not going to spoil it. He is a very, very, very important character. And he's just... Well, everything in this game is weird. Can I go anyplace else? No, I can't really do anything else with this. But... if you guys want me to play next week and you've made it this far into the stream... Tell me if you want to see me with this character, a new character, beating bosses, or just take you on a tour of the DLC. I'll give you a sneak peek of what I'll do in the Old Hunters if you want to watch the Old Hunters. Or if you liked The Last Guardian, I beat it. Oh, let's see if it will let me play online. Oh, log in. Let me see if it will play online, and I'll see if I'll show you some of that weird shit that pops up when you're playing online. It might not let me do it since I'm streaming. I don't know. So I'm going to load a game, and I'm going to load my most powerful guy. He's in Hunter's Dream. That's good. So this will let you see where you go to get into the Hunter's Dream. There's a whole rigmarole. You have to beat this. Oh, it won't let me. It won't let me play online while I'm streaming. But that's cool. I'll give you a little taste of what the Hunter's Dream is, and just leave a comment in the chat. Apparently chat stays around, and I'm in chat. I'll play offline. I will load Mr. Natural, and Mr. Natural is my gaming site. I have some good, and one of my most viewed stream videos ever that I've ever made is from this game, and I made it with Share Factory, and all it is the cutscene of I call her Amelia Bedelia, but she is a cleric in this game. Isn't my guy cool? And one thing really weird about this game, let me see if I can get a close-up of my guy's face for you guys. One thing that is really a trip in this game and all the Dark Souls is something about the eyes. Everybody has their eyes covered. There's a whole, what would you call it? A whole mythos, I guess. Well, there's all this stuff. There's one guy that all he does on his videos, his whole channel is based on this. But once you get, you have to beat her, and once you beat her, you have to stand in. There's a video on the Mr. Natural channel. Maybe I'll put a link. One of those. I'll put some links into my Mr. Natural channel here for any gamers that are looking for actual short game videos with real tips and tricks. This is for people that don't play games, or for people that are, what should I call it? Game curious. Oh, this is how you get. And remember at the beginning of the game, you had all those weird little creatures? It turns out all the weird little creatures are like your friends or something. I really don't get it. I don't know what they are. So these are like all the places that I can go in Hunters in the DLC. I've beaten everything in the DLC except 2 of the bosses. But this is where it takes you, and basically when it's like almost everything is a boss that doesn't come back. But it's more beautiful. You saw how dark and everything this was? This seemed like dark and disturbing. This is bright. Well, that doesn't look very, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right at all. I'm in some sort of temple. I thought everything was all bright. Oh yeah, the sky is different. See how bright it is out there? And look, it's all, the buildings are growing out of the ground, and they're all weird angles. And check this guy out. The very first thing that you run into here is a crazy son of a bitch. Look at this guy. Whoa! That guy. Look at that guy. Oh, son of a bitch. He's badass. It's a good thing I'm level 150. And what's this thing I got there? I got some crazy thing. What is it? I forgot what it does. Oh, wow. Look what I did. My sword has got some crazy power. Oh, man. This game and the weapons and the armor you can get is sweet. Oh, I don't want to fight this guy. I want to go fool this fucker over here. There's a guy over here. There's a guy over here that I can... I mean, he looks... Well, he is. He is really, really, really nasty. Can I get to him here? Oh, no. Those are the guys that I had to go past to get here. Oh, shit. Oh, I'll show you where I got this sword. See this sword I got? This sword I got is really cool. I got it back in here. I fought this boss back there. Oh, no, no! Oh, my God! This stuff is... Oh, God! What was that shit? Oh, my God. Did I go the wrong way? Oh, my God. I went the wrong way. It's been a long time since I've been in here. Oh, my God. I gotta... Oh, and you just can't exit out of the game. The game does not like you to just exit. Oh, shit. Maybe if I... Oh. Should I heal? Should I heal myself? Oh, can I go up this way? What's up this way? Whoa. Man, that scared the shit out of me. I'm going to have to do a little practice in here before next week. You guys let me know what you want to see. You want to see this game? You want to see some cool stuff in Shadow of Colossus? Or, well, I said I was going to do this Tuesday and Thursday, so I better stick to my gun. Let me know if you want to see some more Shadow of Colossus next week, or I'll bring you just some other thing that is just, I think is amazing. Until next time, what sort of emote can I give you guys? Emote? Do I have any emotes set up? I don't know what emotes I got with this guy. Let's see if I can figure out how to stop the stream gracefully. Oh, there's never a graceful way to stop a stream.